The Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation just arrived in the mail, and we are doing a wear test today. I've seen a ton of reviews on this foundation. I haven't really seen too many wear tests, at least not for my complexion. So just know that even though I've seen some reviews, mine will be completely unbiased and it'll be based on my personal experience. And if I'm coming off a little blah, listen, where's my supplements? Jesus, I'm taking my supplements. I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm drinking my water. It's early, okay? The coffee hasn't kicked in. Calmate. It'll be fine. Now, I have gone over to the Huda Beauty website directly because I wanted to give you guys their details and feedback. I hope I'm in frame because right now I don't see myself in the viewfinder. It says, the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation with Niacinamide. I was very interested in trying her because it contains skincare. It almost has 5 stars. Listen, it has a 4.8 rating out of 385 reviews. In terms of packaging, I think the outside is cute. On the inside, I mean, I know she looks tiny. I'm gonna say this. I think it's great for travel purposes because it'll be travel friendly. I love that it's a squeeze. That way you can squeeze the amount that you want. Visually, we're so used to Huda Beauty being what it's always been. So to see a shift is odd. And so we're automatically like, what is that? We just kind of have to reprogram ourselves. They have it available in 29 shades. A weightless real life filter foundation that's ultra blurring and smoothing for an easy airbrush finish with medium to buildable coverage for foolproof, seamless, easy application. We'll see about that. It is a serum-like foundation formulated with 1.5 skin smoothing niacinamide. And they recommend that you use a hydrating primer with this foundation. My thing is I don't have their Easy Blur blurring primer. I didn't get that. So I am going to use a hydrating primer the way that they recommend. This is what is it? This is the Great Skin Primer Moisturizer. So it's a 2-in-1. It's a moisturizer, so it's gonna hydrate the skin, and it is a primer all-in-one. So I do wanna show you what we will be using today. And of course, I'm gonna apply more makeup on top, and then I'll tell you what I applied, because we're gonna do a wear test, so we kind of have to see how everything all kind of works together. Is it gonna work with different formulas, like creams? We will apply with a brush on one side and a sponge on the other. I have shade Dulce de Leche 350G. I'm hoping I can make her work, porque mija, not for nothing, I had a really hard time narrowing down my shade. I have nothing on the skin. I just washed it and a spray to toner. Other than that, that is all we have. I don't even have under eye cream. And let's begin. I'm not gonna overdo it. I'll do like the 2 pumps that I normally would do. This is actually a beautiful product. Massage this onto the skin. I'm gonna allow my skin about a minute to absorb. While that's settling in, I want to remind you guys, I've done wear tests of both of this is upside down, of both of these foundation, the tier foundation, as well as the one size turn up the beat, full beat, turn up the base, full beat foundation. I did 3 swatches of this on the skin, which should help you narrow down what your complexion is. Yeah, I do have these wear tests. I am gonna link them below in case you guys are interested. Ya yo hablé, and I think the skin is skinning. I usually do the sponge side first. I'll go in with the sponge. If you haven't seen my Timujo Nena, I'll link it up here. Check her out. This here is literally this, except you have a little kind of like thing that you can hold it. It doesn't expand. You don't have to wet it. And they are disposable unless you want to wash them. But anyway, you should totally go watch that Timujo. I am going to, I don't know how much is too much. We're gonna bring you guys up close. And by we, I mean me and my multiple personalities. This is, that might be a little too yellow or a little too orange, or I just don't know. This might be enough for both sides of the face. I'm gonna grab about that much. I'm gonna swipe. What does that look like? I'm not a full coverage girly anyway. So am I expecting like 100% full coverage? No, I am expecting for it to set. I'm hoping it sets more to a powder-like finish. I wanna look hydrated yet blurred, which is promising to do that. We're gonna do the one side and see. I feel like I might need the rest of this, so maybe I squirted or squeezed. enough for just the one side. See why I like these? I'm able to blend and press and it still looks seamless and pretty. I kind of feel like had it been one other, like one shade higher, it wouldn't work. But this actually works. It kind of blends into my neck in a way. It's a tinge orangey, not too much. Like I can definitely pull that off, so it's fine. There's not much on my skin that absolutely needs to be blurred. However, I think it looks pretty. It looks like a medium, light medium, at least with the sponge. I am still able to see to my little like dark spots, not dark spots. What are they? Like my little freckles here on there, here. It did balance out because if you see, I have a little bit of pink and redness that's hormonal. And then on this side, it's just one color. We're gonna let it sit. I wanna see how it's gonna set. So while that's happening, I mean, I'm not mad at it right now. I think it looks really pretty. It's slightly tacky, like from a 1 to 10. Right now, it's maybe a 3, which is not terrible. I'm gonna set this to the side. I want to squeeze a little more. Ooh, that got messy real quick. So I guess maybe I can't store. Why did it do? I don't, okay, so far that gets me angry because this is the only way to store it. If you flip it upside down, it's gonna fall over. So I'm hoping that that doesn't become an issue. Can you imagine traveling and this is like this, and then when you open up your travel bag, this is everywhere? That would be really bad. I am gonna use this brush. I usually would use this to blend out concealer, but I'm gonna use the 109 by BK Beauty. It is a tinge orange, but I could make that work, so it's not an issue. I am going to apply this baby on the skin. I love how like the pink is gone instantly, so I can appreciate that, you know, it balances without you having to put too much effort. If you guys have ever truly noticed, I've talked about it here before anyway, my nose is always typically red. So a foundation's coverage has to be really good to cover up how red my nose normally is. And I just kind of like tapped and it was gone. Come to think of it, I probably should have done the brush side on this side, given that I have no freckles on this side other than on my nose. And even with a brush, oh, this is like runny, girl. I'm gonna point out the obvious. With the brush, it looks way more orange because it provides a heavier coverage. Now with the brush, I'm definitely getting a like medium coverage for sure. So if you need extra coverage, go in with a brush. If you want lightweight coverage, then do a sponge. I think it looks really good. I think with a brush, I'm applying more. And so because of that, it's gonna take probably a little longer for it to set. I'm all assuming here, we're not sure. All right, I'm gonna give the skin a good, I think, by the way that it looks here in person, I think it needs like 2 minutes to set or so. So I'm gonna wait till it feels like it's properly set. Like this one, love her. I have to wait for this one to set, so I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I feel like we're good here in terms of how it's set. This one here, I set a 3 from 1 to 10. I'm gonna say it's down to a 2. So there's basically almost no tack that I could notice and or feel. I love the finish. I just look radiant, right? But I look smooth. It looks good. I'm not even mad at it. I look balanced, not emphasizing texture real crazy. This area is where I have enlarged pores and it just looks really good. On this side here, I'm definitely getting more coverage on the, like with a brush. However, it feels tackier. This feels like a 4 and it's already set. Granted with a brush, you know, you are applying all the product that you pick up with the brush onto the skin, whereas this, you can see it absorbed some. I can get past how it feels because we would go in with more product. It is lifting. That's not good. This side is kind of lifting some radiance, but no pigment. And this one is lifting in pigment. That's very weird. Okay, so I already know going forward, when and if I use this, because I don't know how this is gonna wear, I would totally skip on using a brush and would go in with a sponge. But I just don't like the way it feels. Okay, so we are gonna just kind of like move forward. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take advantage that I have this glow-ish concealer. I am gonna kind of overdo the concealer to balance out how orangey I look. I wanna bring in some cool tone onto the skin, so I'll go in with my Sia Duo stick in, I believe the shade is Mahogany. I'm gonna set the skin and this should balance everything out. I'm gonna use the Gerard Cosmetics blurring powder. They're lavender. This is the No Filter Soft Focus powder. I'm gonna move forward and finish the rest of my face, but I wanted to show you what we're working with right now. So here we have like the skin. I showed you the products that I used. So I used a combination of a cream and a powder on the skin. I am gonna finish the skin off with a powdered blush, but I wanted to show you. Look at this area right here in which I used the Gerard Cosmetics powder. It adds to the blur. It looks really pretty. It's a lightweight powder, so it works. The only thing is the rest of the skin where I did not apply the powder, it's still pretty radiant, which I'm not too in love with. The light's hitting it and you can see my pores and it's just kind of weird. Although I'm human, I have pores, we know that, but still. In most occasions, we want our skin to kind of look like nothing's going on. I have normal combo skin. I don't like to look too shimmery anywhere. I want the shimmer where the highlight needs to be, and that would be around this area. So I feel like I might, just so that you guys know, I might go in and kind of lightly powder to get rid of the glow. I am gonna finish up the brows, put an eye on, like some sort of eyeshadow, and all of that. And yeah, I'll be right back. The rest of the face is on. If you're interested on what's on the eyeball, be prepared. It'll all be revealed this week. I did film this. This is what the skin is gonna look like. Listen, I did not end up balancing it out. I kept the sponge side the way that it was and the brush side the way that it was. And then I have a powdered blush going on. I'm not mad at it. It kind of looks the same in terms of finish. I love that it's not radiant because that's annoying. I still look slightly luminous, which is funny because I did apply powders and I set it. So I have that glow, but it's not a heavy, oily looking glow. I was able to balance out the color of the foundation fairly easily too, which is not bad. Nothing looks dry, nothing looks cakey, nothing looks overdone. I just have more coverage on one side than the other. What time is it right now? Right now it is 10:52 a.m. We're gonna try to leave this on for a few hours. I've got things to do. I got a lot of editing and all that good stuff, so we'll see how this works. It looks really pretty and it feels comfortable. Like I don't feel like my skin is dry, and I don't do powder all over the skin. Most of you guys know that. I try to avoid powder all over the skin because I don't like the feeling, but with this foundation, it actually feels really nice. Like I'm able to move around. It doesn't feel tight or dry. Anyway, you saw the time. I'll give you guys a little bit of an update in maybe 2 hours. We'll see how it goes. We are back with an update. It is currently 3:56 p.m. I've been doing a lot of editing. There's no school today, so there was no need to leave my home. I haven't been in the kitchen cooking or anything because my kids fend for themselves today. They pretty much set up their own lunch, so there were leftovers. I, of course, ended up picking out my hair because it was hot. So this is what we're looking like. I have been editing, which is why the glasses are on, but we're gonna take the glasses off, and I'm gonna whip. Where is it? Where's my mirrors? What time was it? I think it was almost 11. So I think it was a few minutes to 11. So let's say 11 o'clock, right? So 11, almost 4 o'clock. So we're looking at almost 5 hours in. If you hear a motorcycle, that's my husband. I am gonna zoom you guys in big time. And I'm actually, instead of like zooming in and editing, I'm gonna zoom in via the lens. I look oily. It could be worse. Like the House Labs foundation made me look so insane. This one, we're not there yet and we're 5 hours in. I did not apply highlighter because I didn't want to over manipulate the foundation formula a little too much. I wanted to make sure if I'm dewy, it's because I'm dewy and it's how the foundation is wearing versus me applying a highlight. This is no highlight. I'm way dewier in this area here. Those who have been with me for a while know how my makeup wears. It could be 10, 12 hours later. My makeup never gets this oily, but here we are. I have normal combo skin, by the way, as a reminder. Look at the forehead. The coverage is still there. It has not faded. It doesn't look yucky. It still looks very smooth. It's just I'm no longer as matte as I was. I told you I was gonna zoom you guys in via the lens, and that is exactly what I did. I noticed, and this is why I wanted to zoom you guys in. By the way, I don't touch anything up because this is a wear test and we're gonna be as authentic as possible. As you guys could see, I have not touched up my lip. I might have inside eye boogers, hold on. We are the do. I noticed in this area here There's some settling, which I don't love. Most foundations don't do that to me. So we have some settling going on like the corner of the nose, but more so on the opposite side. If anything, it kind of looks hydrated but crusty at the same time, almost as if I had flour and dropped a little bit of oil on it, like that. We're gonna continue to wear this. We're gonna see how she's going to look. And oh, don't mind the hair. Again, this is not the worst wear in 5 hours, but I think I expected way more. Now I'm gonna give it a few more hours. I do have to make dinner, so let's see how this goes, and I'll give you guys another update really soon. I'm back. My hair is back down because I started getting a headache. Leave me alone. And if you make fun of me, you already know we can't be friends, but I want you to be my friends, so be nice, okay? It is, what time is it? 6:34. And no, I never even got around to cooking. Was going to, and then I went back to editing and fine-tuning some stuff and posting on socials, and here we are. I'm gonna zoom you guys right back in. What is this? Like, I haven't even looked close up into a mirror because, I mean, I can see what the heck is going on. What? I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed. Look at this side right here. It looks chunky. It literally says, this works with all primers. However, we recommend using it with a hydrating primer for a seamless application. For the best blur, we recommend using their Easy Blur Primer. So technically, to elevate how blurring this could potentially be, they're saying use the Easy Blur Primer, not to make it last and look amazing on the skin. Technically, you can use any primer. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando aquí? Look, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. This is just not gonna work out. They're saying use a hydrating primer. I did. And this is what we have going on. Now, I'm not fully dismissing the foundation. Yes, I am very disappointed because I never ever look this greasy, nor do I feel like I need to blot throughout the day. Like, I have a sweater because I'm cold right now. I haven't been outside. It's just very rare for me to get this result, so that's why I'm like feeling the way that I do. But I am not fully dismissing the foundation. I'm gonna blot here. See, if I add a little more powder, it doesn't look yucky. It kind of brings it back to what it was early. I'm gonna do one side so you guys can see. And I have no additional powder on this puff, but I feel like most foundations don't do this to me, so I skip this step, and I don't want to have to take this extra step every single day just to wear this foundation. Was this foundation totally overhyped? Well, no. That's a thing. Everyone has different preferences and different skin types, so it's really gonna depend. But look, I went ahead and I blotted. This area here is gonna look yucky anyway. It is what it is. But the rest of the skin, in a pinch with one of these, you can kind of bring it right back to life. This looks smooth and it looks stunning after blotting. And then we can see the shift. No, that looks really bad. If you have oily skin, do not use a hydrating primer. You're gonna look worse than my skin did 2 seconds ago. Don't do it. Make sure you go in with a mattifying primer. Give this baby a try. Again, everything is gonna be personal preference and everyone's skin is different. So it's gonna be a trial and error kind of thing. And that's literally with everything, not just with this foundation. Normal combo skin, skip on a hydrating primer or use like one of those blurring mattifying primers and you should be okay. And anyone with really dry skin, I would try both, because at this point, again, this is all first impressions. I haven't really like done much with the foundation, so I wouldn't be able to say. I'm gonna try it next without a primer, just in general, to see how it wears. Maybe there's a difference there. And if it still looks pretty bad, then I'll go in with a mattifying primer. As always, I will follow up with you guys, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are new here, you guys. I love it when you feel like you can rely on my reviews and you know that I am gonna follow up and give you guys an update. So just know I'm not giving up on the foundation. I love Huda Beauty. I love Huda Katan. I have a lot of their product, their eyeshadows, like their palettes, their blushes, their lippies, and several of their baking powders. Like, I really love and enjoy the brand. This is just something that's a little challenging for me, but it's okay. If you've tried this foundation already, please leave your feedback in the comment section below. I'm gonna be looking too, because maybe you found a way that works for you that I didn't think of. And so I'm gonna be looking. Remember to interact with today's video over in the comment section, and I really hope you've enjoyed this wear test. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.